and gentlemen, how are you? Let me move this camera because it's all over. There we go. Perfect. Okay, how are you guys? I'm doing well. Today we've got a video from the 88 kilos British Open in 2012. We've got two blue belts. Yeah, it's a pretty good match. In for the submission, so we'll get to see how they get into that. Also, I didn't record a video last week because I was lazy and I completely forgot. Actually, it got to Saturday and I thought I didn't do that, and I said I would, but that's okay because mistakes are important, right? We all make mistakes, and now we're growing together. Okay, let's get into it. So, 88 kilo match. Got our friend with the yellow belt coloured on the left, and guy with the sort of Beatles haircut on the right. Okay. Overall, I wouldn't say this match is super incredible, but there's some definitely some good things in there. White on the right. He looks like he's not used to competing. Just a few things that he does right now. Coloured on the left, he's got this really strong grip here on the on this lapel, which is, like you can see, he's really ripping that in. He's also got a really strong grip on the left arm, so the using his left arm on White's right arm. He looks a lot better. His base is a lot better. You can see, I'm going to call this guy blue because he's not a white belt. So blue, he's got his leg is sort of on this weird angle here, and it looks like he could be trying to pull guard and get really underneath him. But overall, like it doesn't look like his posture is quite there, and it doesn't look like he's used to standing up. And you can see his posture right now, it's really being broken down. You can see yellow here, his back is nice and level and straight, his head is up, his chin's up. But then blue here, he's got this curved spine, his legs are quite straight, and his head's down. I think if I was him, I might be putting my, because I'm left-handed, I'd be putting my left leg backwards, going onto its knee there, and then trying to push myself up. So sort of, if I started like this, I'd be coming down and going up. I think that would be the way to do it. Which honestly, when you're like this, there's not a whole lot you're going to be able to do. Even pulling guard, it's going to be awkward. And you can see like that, he just sort of fell over, and it was more that yellow let him get close guard. So you'll see here, he puts this leg out. Right now, he's got all of his weight on this left leg, and yellow could pretty much just push him over and put him down. So they end up in a close guard. Straight away, yellow's passing. This is like yellow has definitely got some competition experience. Pulls guard straight away on the lapels, stands up to pass. Blue starts climbing up with this lapel. He puts that hand underneath the leg there. That's a really good way to make your opponent nervous. So right now, if you're yellow and you still want to be passing standing up, you're going to be lifting that foot sort of forward a little bit and then out and around. So you have to come out and around. It's quite hard to do, especially with someone hanging off you that weighs 88 kilos. But that's how you have to do that, or you can put them back down. But otherwise you're going to get swept. So he comes back down to pass again and lifts him up. Once again, blue goes under the foot, but tries to come up for this cross collar. Right now they're grip fighting, so what yellow's trying to do is trying to get this grip and put it straight into his what is it? It's his hip, it's his chest, while also using his elbow to break out the knee there and break that guard, try and pass. Ideally you want to have both hands gripped, which is what he's doing. It's quite good, and it's dangerous what he's doing right now. Okay, let's look at this again. So he's got both hands. He's working to pass, coming around, drops him, puts him down, goes to pass, lets go of both hands, which then means blue can grab the heels here, and then he just pushes into yellow, and yellow's going to fall over. Yeah, that's definitely something you want to watch out for. If you're going to be passing, you need to control legs, and in this type of situation, you need to have one hand controlled. Because if he's only got one foot grab, you just step backwards and you've got a base. It's fine. But when he has both, you're going nowhere except backwards onto your ass. Still sort of risky passing. He's really grabbing this knee trying to try and pass. There is a triangle opportunity, but I don't think Blue really had the opportunity for it. Once again, straight back into this open guard. It definitely seems like this was his plan coming into the fight, and it's always good to see people coming into the plan like that. It was a really bad open guard right there, and you see Blue paying for it right now. So what he does is he opens his guard and he tries to go for like a spider guard sort of thing. This foot isn't on anything. He could maybe go for an omoplata, but he's not really on the right angle, and Yellow's standing up really high. But he needs to be either going to like a De La Riva maybe, or both feet on the hips. But he needs to do something, because right now Yellow's controlling his leg. And you can see he's got the, even though Blue's got his sleeve, Yellow's grabbing that leg, and it's really, really easy to pass when you're controlling their legs, and they're not really doing too much with theirs. So he just passes him, throws him over, comes around to a turtle position. Blue's still holding on to that arm. I'm not sure if that was the right choice. He could have perhaps let go and then moved around to like an inverted guard, or tried to get back to an open guard, like a spider guard maybe. But he chose to hold on, and now he's in side control. He's doing well. Blue's doing well. Got the hand on that throat there, controlling the hips. Yellow's doing good too. Really got that leg right up against the hip here, right in here, stopping Blue from getting too far away from him. Up to the knee ride. If you're in a competition, go for the knee ride from side control, because those extra points matter a lot, and they're really good to have. So right now, I think Yellow's at 3 points for passing, and Blue has 0 points. They reset back to the middle from that side control. Here we go. So once again, Yellow's got the knee against the head and the hip, and he's really got a nice control. There's not too much Blue's doing at the moment. He's trying to shift, he's trying to get that knee in, but not too much success. Going up to Kasekatami, I would watch out right now for this. See how Blue's got this arm overhooked. Yellow's got a really good base, and he's really keeping Blue in and tight to him. But you never really want to start moving towards, say, a Kasekatami, or really too far out of side control when they've got that arm controlled. Just a little bit of timing, and you'll end up on your back, and you're going to have a bad time. That's an aeroplane, because I live near an airport. We'll wait for that to go. Cool. Okay, so you want to watch for this overhook here. Yellow does manage to sort of like deal with it a bit, and you do need to suck it out. You do need to spend the time getting out of there. Back up to a knee ride, controlling these pants. The ideal spot when you go for a knee ride is to control the leg closest to you, or the arm, or the shoulder. Yellow starts trying to grab this hip here, which it might make him feel a bit more stable in the short term, but overall it's not going to be as controlling as it could be if you'd grabbed this Blue's right leg, or had it on Blue's hand there. Blue, really trying to hip shift away, but not moving. He's just lifting his hips a lot, as Yellow starts trying to work for a spinning choke or a cross collar. Blue's playing around with his legs up in the open, still like he's trying stuff, but he's not getting anywhere. But I think we've all been there, where you're trying to move, and you just can't get anywhere. Really smart for Yellow to come around to north-south. I like this decision. I feel like a lot of people don't use north-south when it would be really good to. And it's a really great position to be able to work this forearm choke that Yellow's putting on now. As he spins around, comes around to side control the other side, and controls those hips, looking to go to mount. So right now he's grabbing that the hip again. He really needs to be controlling the pants a bit more. I really think they're probably a better choice. If it's going to like a knee ride and then across to a mount, But right now he's pummeling for that choke. Whether it's the, I'm not sure what to call it, but it's like a north-south head arm in triangle sort of thing. But yeah, he doesn't have enough pressure right now. He would need to be coming around this side, but he needs to drop the weight across here. This grip here isn't too useful either because because you've got nothing there. If blue wants to, he just puts his foot into your forearm or your elbow or your bicep and just kicks it, and you've lost your grip. Ideally, you'd be grabbing with this leg, because then you get more control. Does go to mount though. That's a pretty nice little entrance to mount. We're gonna watch that again. So let's go, and then straight over. I'm not quite sure how he did it because logically that shouldn't really work. He's also going for the head arm triangle here. Risky choice from mount. There are better chokes you can go to from mount. I'm a big fan of Americanas, Ezekiel's or cross collars or anything like that. And the reason you don't really go for head arm triangles from mount is because you can fall off pretty easily. But overall, he's doing well. He's coming around to that Americana. You can see Blue's arms start to get a bit caught out. This is also a really odd mount. He's got his leg across him, but he's pretty much in side control. It's like almost like a half guard sort of thing. Starts working that forearm choke. It might not sub the guy, but it's really annoying and frustrating, and it gives them something else to think about. You can also move straight into an Ezekiel. If they start lifting their head a little bit too much, you can drop this other hand in. Or you can do exactly what he just did there. And you watch this hand. So for an Ezekiel, this hand comes behind the head. For a cross collar, it goes in front. And you watch him. Here it comes. Here it comes. Sets it up perfectly. By the time Blue notices, he's grabbing way too high. He should be grabbing sort of either underneath the elbow and then pushing up, or using one hand to go between the top hand of the choke, and then the other hand to go sort of between between Yellow's two arms, and then that way it'll stop the choke from happening, and he won't be able to get the leverage that he needs for it. As with most cross collars from mount, the guy ends up rolling out of it, and he's trying to pass. This is really nice what he does here. So he's got the cross collar, doesn't have his guard closed, realizes he's not getting the choke when Blue starts to stand up, goes to sweep him, misses the sweep, comes up into like a half guard sort of thing, drags Blue, and then pushes him straight over and really puts him down while still holding on to that choke. And as soon, like, Blue wasn't expecting that choke to still be on. And you can see he's in mount, he's lifting his hips, trying to get out of it. He needs to be focusing less on his hips, more on his head, because that's what's going to be the submission. So we keep going, and there's a tap. So we're going to watch that final bit again. We're going to watch Yellow come from cross collar choke, from mount. He's going to get swept. He's going to come up, he's going to realize that his choke's not working. He's going to try and sweep Blue. Blue's not going to fall over, but he's not going to be able to do anything. And then we're going to see Yellow come up into a mount and finish that choke. It's a really nice little combination. I don't think it's something you train, it's something that you just feel in the scramble. So it's a little bit further in. So he's working that forearm choke again. Working. Here we go. So we'll go from here. So working this forearm choke, and they're coming around. This is where I was talking about getting the Ezekiel. He could do that, but then he puts that arm over the face, rolls. He's still choking. He can't get him. He goes to sweep him. Can't sweep him. Comes up, pulls him forward, pushes him back. Comes around to side control. Slides into mount, and then finishes the choke. It takes a little bit for him to do, but he's patient and he works through it, and he focuses putting his weight up and then putting his weight to control Blue's hips. And here it comes, and there's the tap. Boom. So That's how you get an a cross collar from mount. I think yellow won that match pretty convincingly. Perhaps it was, I don't know, I don't think blue had a lot of competition experience. I think yellow did. Yellow also had a lot of stand-up experience to notice to pull forward and push back while still having that grip in that last little scramble. I think, yeah, both players did pretty well. Yellow definitely won on points and the submission. And yeah, I think that's going to be today's video. So, I'm going to put this, so it's Thursday today. I wanted to film it on Tuesday and Wednesday, and now it's Thursday. I'm sort of mixing up my own training schedule a bit at the moment, so videos are going to be a little bit up and down. But I'm always going to try and be here for you guys, because I love you guys. So anyway, keep watching, keep training, and send me your videos. Thanks, bye.